If you've just tuned in, you're listening to episode 6 of the Toe in the Water radio show.
With
Paul Haribo Bailey.
Oh, give me the easy one. Simon Ricciardi.
Simon Richards.
Simon Richards. Is he being awkward?
Oh, who knows?
Oh, knows. And Dave
Hubble.
As in the telescope.
We meet at the edge of the pond for the sake of the ducks. The ducks! The ducks must come first. The ducks! How we love to feed the ducks. The ducks! And now the wretched come. The young people! With their tracksuits. The young people! With their ringtones. Horrors! They push Alfred in the pond. Fiends! They ride upon Stanley's mobility scooter and readjust his adjustable seat. Revenge! Wendy, bless her, she's not as young as she was. She only succeeds in stabbing and drowning one of the scallywags. The others flee. How they flee! Like the cowards they are. Wendy lets them run, for they have had their blood offering now. The ducks!
Correspondence from the Library of Lady Damara's Salon. Part 1. Letters of the Ethereal Comprehension Society. Southampton, the Other Plane. 12th November 2011. The 13/15th of Dionysius the Further Inclined. Dear Mr. Blue, you have recently come to the attentions of my cosmic feelers. This was, as no doubt you are aware, while the star Sirius made ascension into the Otter. I myself was in the midst of trying, highly, to influence movement in the Quamph autonomy, and obtained some for myself. Now I say to you, yes, you, I can see you verily drop this letter, as throbs of excitement make due merriment in your chestal cavern. Ah, where was I? I forget myself. That's right, you. Your glands are a source of excitement, much so, I say, among the post-linearly integrated. The homunculi have also made gestures of interest to be interpreted positively in your direction. Do you, then, wish to congregate felicitously with us when Aleph has co-aligned in Glymph? If so, then join us at the ornamental lake of Southampton Common for some, I should say, uncommon activities. There you will have the opportunity to thrust your lower elements skywards and unfurl their petals to the etheric sun. We meet every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Bring your own flask. Yours humbly, the Reverend Hoffmeyer, A.G.T.
This is a poem called Bathymetry. You are the shifting peat-water mosaic, the ripples with bright white reflections, the iridescent swirls of petrol, the severed ROV umbilicus. You are the anechoic tiles baffling to sonar, the rope knotted at intervals and lost overboard, the sepia squirt of a retreating cephalopod. You are crude immersion oil, the tattooist's needle gun, the final block of a pyramid fitting razor tight. You are the historical weight of De Profundis, the sediment stirred up by my movements, the shallow angle of incidence, the attenuation of blue wavelengths. You are the slow and nourishing accumulation of snow, the silhouette of a leviathan, the spawning of the multitudes, the roiling bait ball, food for sharks. You are the vent's hot outpouring, the well cover, hungry for offerings, the last thoughts of a sailor dashed upon sharp rocks, still dreaming of mermaids. You are positive vetting in a negative world, the trapdoor to an oubliette, the anchor snagged on coral dragging harm behind. You are the printer's forgotten thumbprint, the falling storm-split spar, the pitch-soaked bandage, the gyroscope frozen in space. You are the cataract, eutrophication, leaf litter, old horizons. You are surface tension.
And that was
Poetry
Lavinia!
Yes, Monty!
I'm just about to pop the cork.
Cheers! Quite fat joy, Monty. It's the year of the horse.
Really? More Winnie, Lavinia?
Monty, you always know which buttons to press.
Lavinia, your buttons are ever so slightly askew, which, in the Diamante Boop Tube, I find quite a little bit alluring.
Oh, no, you should have told me sooner, Monty. I had to sell the Diamante Boob Tube to pay for the gardener's services.
Lavinia, as far as I know, which isn't that far, we don't have a gardener.
Oh.
He ran off with nothing. Sorry, he ran off with a nun, Lavinia.
A nun, Monty? When does this happen? And who's that chappie I've been having dalliance with in the summer house?
Who knows, and who knows? Blammed if I do.
Well, blammed if you don't. More vino, Monty. Chop, chop.
Yes. Have to order in some chops if you are a bit peckers, laughs old duck. In the meanwhilest, any port in a storm, chin.
I am rather peckers. Aren't there some olives around here somewhere? And did we have a pet pig, Monty? Where's he gone? And the ducks? The ducks! Oh, looky here. There's a drop of port left in this bottle.
How do you cook those olives? The pig was sold to allow the purchase of something or other. Was he called Monty?
What was he called, Monty?
I never knew that. And the ducks.
The ducks!
Oh, they really are in a stocking. No, they're in a shocking state. After we tried to beg one for our tea last week. No guns, just a bag. Roll on, Tiffin.
Tiffin? Tiffin the butler? Did you give him the day off?
No. He ran off with the chambermaid, don't you remember?
The chambermaid? And then who's going to get the door when the guests arrive for bridge tonight? And who's that chappie I've been having a dalliance with in the pantry?
The pantry?
I think you're focusing on the wrong bit there, Monty dear.
Yes, I do have a bit of trouble focusing. Is it bridge tonight? I thought that was on a I'll listen out for the door then, shall I?
And now we have a little musical interlude brought to us by the world-famous
Ollie Tong. That's not me. That's not me. That's not me. That's not me. That's not me.
First in the dark, glass of wine in the rain. Once in the park, summer night, red and green. Doesn't take much more than one unspoken word from all than before. This is a wonderful world. Songs of violin electricity somewhere you've been before. Electricity in the touch of desire. Didn't have a chance to leave and to unfold. The story of romance will be a story untold. Sitter on a bike, it cannot fade on. So get back up and smile, 'cause this is just another fall.
Kylie, I've just been looking at your school report. Why did you get an F in arithmetic?
Well, the teacher asked, how much is 2 times 3? And I said 6.
Well, that's correct.
Yes. Well, then she asked me, how much is 3 times 2?
What's the difference?
Yeah, that's what I said. What have I done, officer?
You were exceeding the speed limit. May I please see your driver's licence?
I wish you guys would get your act together. Just yesterday you take away my licence, and now today you expect me to show it to you. I don't know.
I am an Australian. I am an Australian. I am an Australian. G'day, mate. How's it going? I am an Australian.
Well, that was certainly a turn up for the books. And talking of libraries, which we weren't, I read this book once. It didn't have any pictures, the story was a bit naff, but the characters, there were hundreds of them. I would now like to announce that this is the last ever episode of 3 Men in the Sahara. I'd like to, but it's just the last one until the next one. Keeps me in a job, I suppose. How about we had 3 Men on the Moon, or 3 Men in the Outback? That'd be a beauty. What? I've also got to announce the next episode of 1 Man in the Sahara. I really don't get paid enough for this. I don't get paid at all? I'm a bargain. Anywho, back to the thinly disguised as a plot. 3 men and 1 man in the Sahara. You've been warned.
One man in the Sahara.
Right, chaps, let's get this absolutely clear in our minds. Biffy and I will pair up, while Smithy and F. Lawrence can also pair up. Both pairs will then consist of 2 men, stout and true. It's far easier to pair up now that F. Lawrence is with us.
Pairing up wasn't a problem before. The 2 of you were always a great team. There was an ideal number of you for a start.
Yes.
And your combined skills were certainly amazing.
Well, Quiffy and I are a good team. I do hope that the new pairing of Smithy and F. Lawrence will be at least as half as good.
Certainly has been so far, boys. Hey, Smiths.
We have already discovered some skills that may come in handy. We've practiced our wrestling and defence skills.
Mano, eh, Smiths?
Rather.
It's good to see you two so pally. Here's to the 4 men in the Sahara. For me? Oh, maybe not. Cheers!
Cheers.
In the Sahara.
Well, that was fun. I don't know about you, but I can't imagine my life without this bunch of idiots. Let's leave them all building sandcastles and counting camels to alleviate the boredom.
1.
2.
All present and correct.
And you've never even thought of riding on top of Daphne, rather than just leading her across the desert?
No, it didn't ever occur to us. We were far too busy fighting the elements.
And I thought she was a mirage at first.
The 4 men, in 2 groups of 2, set off in totally different directions. Smithy and F. Lawrence astride Lucky the camel, scarves blowing in the African sunrise. Biffy and Quiffy walking along slowly, pulling Daphne by the reins.
One man in the Sahara.
The one and the only Sid Meats! Woo! Oh, well, woo! Woo!
And this is something educational. I like to write something educational now and again, and this is about the life cycle of the mayfly, and it has started to be used in schools this now, which is great, and I hope you enjoy it. Life is extremely short when you're a mayfly.
I thought that was rather lovely.
I don't think he's finished yet.
Is there more?
Yes.
Oh.
Life is extremely short when you're a mayfly. Much shorter than you thought when you're a mayfly. One fly came up to me and said, could I write his biography? There's not much time, you see, when you're a mayfly. And he said, beware of rising trout when you're a mayfly. Those fish come leaping out when you're a mayfly. They'll jump right out the water to make your life even shorter. You'd better not get caught when you're a mayfly. Your sex life's rather odd when you're a mayfly. Floating above the pond when you're a mayfly. 6 hours to find a mate, 12 more to copulate. Then you're dead and it's too late when you're a mayfly. You'll never see your kids when you're a mayfly. Now that is a very sad line, okay, so I expect an appropriate response to that. I'll try that again. You'll never see your kids when you're a mayfly. 'Cause when they're born you're dead when you're a mayfly. And you know they'll be sad to have no mum and dad. Life must be really bad when you're a mayfly. Okay, that was it. That's short.
was the one and the only Sid Meats.
No mayflies or lions were harmed in the making of this. Just thought you'd like to be reassured.
Yes, Monty?
I'm just about to pop the cork.
Cheers!
Is that the front doorbell, Lavinia?
I'm not sure, Monty. Let's leave it a while and see if it stops.
Okay. That's rather tuneful.
Yes.
Where is the front door, Lavinia?
Oh.
Oh, Gretchen! Oh.
Poetry
Further correspondence from the archives of Lady Damara's salon. From me, palpating awful, subversive performance artists. No ants. Perform ants, you see. Subversive performance artist to a young lady called Rachel who I was trying to liberate from stuff. Dear Miss Munn, I hope you don't mind me writing to you, but your name was passed on to me by a mutual friend, Lady Damara Footlestone Watherwaite III. I'm sure you need no reminding of whom she be. Her and her circle of friends have said the following about your character, reputation and general what's-its-face deportment. They said, she's a delight to one and all. A delight, they say. Punctual. Always punctual. And never one to slobber over someone else's gloss. Well, Rachel, that is just the sort of person I'm looking for. But of course, who am I? My name is Palpating Offal, and I'm a performance artist currently working in the currents of Southampton life. In particular, I'm instituting a series of public performances, hereafter referred to as actions. This is war, not art, about the city regarding the oppression of modern people by the forces of stationery and bureaucracy and waste and people's wastes of all variety. You too, I feel, I know, hear the cries. To inaugurate my campaign, I will be implementing an action called The Envelope Will Be Pushed No More, scheduled for 29th of February, 10:30am to 5:30pm. In this, I will make manifest the voraciousness of the stationers of this country by being pursued around the city centre by a giant envelope that is trying to literally envelope me and mail my freedom to another postal address far from here. I will, need I even mention it, end it by taking a bath in rotten steak, old bratwurst, and 29 pints of sweat distilled from a computer programmer. The sweat comes from the computer bloke. We don't use him for the meat. Now, this is where you come in. I need you, yes you, Rachel, to represent the current mutant, chrysalis stage of woman's as an ideal becoming, the diachronically situated and overlapping, conjoined yet opposed, struggling with, yet yearning to be reconciled to, both pre-being and yet to being that constitutes a female's, such as yourself, position in society. To illustrate this complex role, please could you bake your very good self in pastry as a human sausage roll and roll about the city crying, I will play the role I wish, to visualise women's role in this society. It's the only way to unchain their minds. Our separate yet conflatable paths will, by intuition, scribe the symbol for the neo-kineticist post-motional anti-movement that I will found upon this day. Bring your own meat for the bathing. I look forward to working with you. Together we can end the horror. Yours sincerely, Mr. Palpating Offal. P.S. Me mate, Potato Waffle, thinks you are well fit. Perhaps a date in a classy joint, such as Chicken to You of Burgess Place, would help you get to know each other. He is, though, in actual fact, a potato waffle. But I'm sure love will find a way.
This is a poem about masculinity called The Old XY Story. How dare you call me beautiful? We're male, how can that be? Though I've no interest in fast cars, my beard is plain to see. I lift and carry open jars, keep monsters from the door, and proudly sport my duelling scars, a warrior to the core. How dare you call me beautiful? Sharp and witty's fine, but make my masculine side slip and I must draw the line. Chest thrust out, stiff upper lip, coup de grace, my friend. Play the game, keep a tight ship, never borrow, never lend. How dare you call me beautiful? Have you not seen my face? Nose clearly more than once been bust, of youth so little trace. Though you insist, and so I must, mirror me once more. Oil the joints, wire brush the rust, pick fragments off the floor. You dare to call me beautiful, acceptance is my guise. No more blemishes to sight, nor secret varnished lies. I may concede that you are right, however great the leap. And so, adieu, turn in, good night. I need my ugly sleep.
Poetry Corner!
Silence and magical, common and practical. Moonbeams, silver moonbeams, fluttering through the air, twinkling in our hair. Moonbeams, silver moonbeams, dancing on the leaves of the trees, shaking in the wind. Moonbeams, silver moonbeams, rays of light that you have only borrowed from the sun. Moonbeams, silver moonbeams, catch my eye and catch the light and catch me in the dead of night. Catch my eye and catch the light and catch me in the dead of You always shine for me, you make me so happy. Moonbeams, silver moonbeams, shimmering, twinkling bright to animate the night. Moonbeams, silver moonbeams, reflections of all the dreams of those who gaze at you. Moonbeams, silver moonbeams, full of you I know I can rely on you to be. Moonbeams, silver moonbeams, catch my eye and catch the light and catch me in the dead of night. Catch my eye and catch the light and catch me in the dead.